Is it going live?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, they say black men don't protect black women. Would you
Mm.
believe that, Brandon?
I don't believe it, but that's something that's being pumped out there.
Brandon, my adrenaline is rushing right now, and nothing went down.
So why is it Russian?
The reason the Russian, somebody spoke to me with some language. You
Uh,
understand language, like we talked about, right?
correct.
And if language come from a certain woman that says a certain things, a man gonna pop off.
Right, correct.
So I get a phone call
Mm-hmm.
at 6:23 saying the lady down the street who got the small dog, another
Uh-oh.
dog ran up to her and she
Mm-hmm.
had to pick her dog off and she was yelling.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that, Brandon. What you think I done?
You had to jump and see if your dog was in the situation.
Nah,
No.
Nicole was
What?
safe. She was in the house. She
Uh,
seen this.
but oh, she saw it. Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
but what you think I done?
Um, you didn't you. So do you feel like you needed to protect your woman and jump into action or let her handle it?
Brandon, the lady who she was scribing
Mm-hmm.
waves at me,
Uh huh.
beeps the horn,
Uh huh.
and we said, "Hey, how you doing? How you?" She got a little
Right. Right.
dog. She cool,
Mm-hmm.
and she
But
live.
now.
Nah, don't say that shit. She, she live across the street,
Mm-hmm.
two houses down from the gay guys.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, I see the lady 3 times a week,
Uh-huh.
and she
So
said,
y'all
"Oh,
cool, y'all cordial. That's what you're trying to say.
we just wave." You know, I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about wave. She see
Yeah,
me
yeah.
outside. She beat the horn. Bobo,
Mm,
hey,
yeah.
wave at her, a little dog, and she
But
said,
now, go
"Brandon,
ahead.
if you don't quit talking, saying that shit,
What did I say? I said, but now, go
but
ahead.
now."
I'm just, but now what you
But
it's
a
a
pet bull was loose. Now,
okay.
you know, I got some history of some pet bulls around here, right?
Right,
The
right.
DC boys, the new people who moved up here, they pet bulls loose twice.
Mm,
Strike one, strike two.
okay.
I said, pet bull. I asked the Cole, who pet bull was it? Who? It was a light one. I said, was it the DC niggas? that's that's what I wanted to know. Because that's
Right.
who I was going to get into it with.
Because that's the one you talked to before. And
Twice.
yeah.
Well, not once,
Because
but
then you
I
say
seen
you
it
went over to
twice.
his house and he tried to act.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, he was very disrespectful. I said, was it the DC niggas?
We gotta come up with a new word for that word too.
Well, they ain't gonna call all niggas. She said no. I said, damn, this woman don't even know how to identify a person. So
Right.
so I'm in my
So you jumped into
lounging
action though.
lounging clothes, not the clothes you see on here. These ain't lounging clothes, but they
Right.
pretty close. These workout clothes, but they ain't lounging clothes. So
I got you.
so I'm in my lounging clothes. I jump out. I said, this in Maryland, you gotta know your rights. You can't keep the pow on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that. So I went upstairs, put on my Crocs, picked up my aluminum bat,
Mhm.
jumped in the car, skied off. Why do you think I jumped in the car, Brandon?
Because you got to try to figure out who got this pit bull on the loose because you see that it's a potential lawsuit and accident waiting to happen. And you trying to protect the neighborhood, really. Because
And
your woman is safe, your people are safe, but you don't want something else to happen to somebody else in the neighborhood too.
it's a lady down the street, two houses down from the gay guys.
Mhm.
She don't
What does that have
start.
to do with anything?
Well, I'm just telling you the
Okay,
location.
go ahead.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all. I just tell you the location. See, if I say the people who live to the other side of the gay guys, you'll know what house I'm talking about. We just regular people.
I got you.
And I like the gay guys. You
Mm,
see, two houses down for the gay guys. I said, oh no, this lady, not like that. So
mm.
I picked up my bat, put on my clogs, jumped in my car. Boy, I cranked that damn Hyundai up and
He did his the sexy red ski.
Nah, but I'm really though. She can't drive. I can drive.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
my goal was to identify.
Uh-huh.
I need to identify because if it was some DC niggas,
Uh-huh.
they was gonna get Brent. I could have been in jail right now.
But were you going to use language or were you going to use violence?
On a DC person,
Yeah, yes.
It's all up to them how they want to handle it.
But you was going to step to them and let them know that.
Nah, I was gonna step. I knock on that door and see what's going on. So is that stepping or knocking on the door?
A little bit of both. But let me ask you this. Sometimes I think about like if I'm out with my daughter and something go down, I'm like, damn, do I got the right kind of shoes on? Like, do you feel like certain time you need tennis shoes on to fight, or you can fight in your Crocs?
Brandon, my back been hurting for a week. I don't feel no pain right now. I don't feel nothing. That's what the human body does. I don't feel nothing.
Okay, I got you.
So the first thing I done, because the devil is the devil's bad, ain't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Guess who house I rolled up onto first?
The DC?
The DC nigga. So I look, I say, hey, and guess what?
Now outside?
Nah, the house next to the nurse's house, that young lady was outside. I don't want to say her name, dark-skinned, small young lady. And the lady from 2 houses down from the gay guys, they was outside talking to each other, talking about what just happened.
Yeah.
So I rolled up. I said, man, y'all seen the pet bull? I said, no, we don't know who it is. And then I see the white folks who drive the electric car who don't wave at me. I wave at them.
Yeah, I can't stand when people do that.
And they don't do nothing. Look,
right.
Ride his bike. and he was outside. Then I was talking. I said, yeah, man, these DC niggas right here, they got 2 dogs. He said, damn, the person who lived 2 houses down from the DC nigga, she was like, they don't have 2 dogs. I said, man, believe me when I say it. They got 2 dogs. Because Brandon, despite what they say on this program that I'll be lying, it's a good 90% of the chance I seen or read something exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
I got photos of the DC dogs and the dates and the times.
Right. And it's usually men in the neighborhood, whether it's a white man or a black man, that handle situations. Like people don't just let stuff happen in their neighborhood and just turn a blind eye, because people want to feel safe in the community. So whether the men are scared, the scared men still gonna come together and try to figure out what they're gonna do with this problem. But go ahead.
I was outside 2 hours ago with both of the dogs feeling joyful. So imagine if a pet bull, I'm feeling joyful, 2 leash dogs feeling joyful. I have the right to be protected, ain't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, I roll up there, talk to them. I said, yeah, man, these DC people got some dogs. They don't got no dogs. I said, lady, I don't want to say I got drone footage. But I think I'll erase it though. But I got cell phone footage IDing these dogs and a conversation with these man. She was like, oh yeah. But I said, I didn't see the dogs in 6 months. I said, and that's the reason they put up that big ass fence.
Yeah, so you can't
to house the dogs. Then the white guy who don't talk to me, the white guy don't talk to me. The pet bull, the loose pet bull came running out like the side of the houses. And Brandon, guess what?
What?
There was a white person pet bull.
So is it a difference?
Yes.
Tell me the difference. Because
this is a wonderful person pet bull. So I looked up. The dog came running. I got out, the 2 ladies right there. I got out the car. The lady said, don't move, don't run. But they didn't know. They was good, because I was ready to fuck that dog up.
Allegedly, or just we're joking, because you can't say certain stuff because people like to take offense to certain
Brandon,
stuff.
if the dog attacked one of those girls, one of those women.
But who you think got more rights in some people's eyes, a dog or you?
In this case, me. That dog was unleashed.
Right, on the loose. Unleashed,
breaking a few laws. All right.
Right. Go ahead.
So I got at the car. Something I got in the car. She was like, "Don't move, don't run." They didn't know I had them. Then I ID'd the dog. I said, "This ain't the DC dogs, man. This is not the DC dogs." And when I look close up to the dog, I said, "This is a wonderful person, pit bull." Reason being,
go ahead.
The hair was brushed.
I was gonna go there.
The collar was clean with a dangling ID tag, and the dog just looked like it was having a good time.
Okay, but we talked about this because I haven't had a dog. I haven't taken care of a dog. But you said I asked you something. I said, "Do dogs stink?" You said, "No, nah. You need to shampoo your dog. You need to wash your dog on a regular basis."
No, wait. I said my dogs don't. Dogs in my household don't stink.
Right, correct.
That's why I say it. Dogs can stink.
But you're saying people don't wash their dogs regularly. It's kind of what I'm getting at.
Correct.
But certain people do.
Certain people do. Now, and certain people could be beautiful and wonderful people.
Right. And that's why I say I wasn't going to say that, but sometimes.
Nah, this pet bull was a wonderful person, pet bull.
Gotcha.
I could tell by how it looks. So I looked at it. I said, "Damn, this dog looked like he's kind of socialized, sniffing, wagging.
He having a good life. He got some good owners."
The hair was the brush, the collar wasn't like ruffled and had the little sparkly thing on it, and had the baby blue eyes to go with it. And then the guy who comes out there who don't talk to me, he was saying not sassy, but yelling the dog name to tell him to come here. They're like, "Is that your dog?" He didn't answer the question, but he was yelling the dog name. And the dog, I guess, here's the thing with pet bulls, why most people don't need them.
That's what I was going to get to.
A pet bull is very gamey.
And when you say that, what do you mean?
No, that's what I'm about to say. Most people don't even know what the word gamey for a dog means.
Right. When I hear gamey, I think about like when they say deer meat tastes like gamey, it's wild. You know what I'm saying? Like it's seasoned, it's not regular. It's not, I ain't gonna say civilized, but it's just different. But go ahead. What is the definition of gamey when you're dealing with a pit bull in your eyes?
Pit bulls was bred to be gamey. They have a lot of energy, very smart. Once they get focused on a task, they stay on the task. And the downfall on gaming is even if they hurt or feel in pain, they would still stay focused on their task.
Okay.
Case in point, when you see a pit bull attack a person, and another person come with a brick, a bat, a stick, everything under not going up to a firearm, the dog is still attacking.
Oh yeah.
Why getting all that damage? Because that dog is very gamey. They was bred to stay on the task despite danger, despite being hurt.
Gotcha.
And that's what makes them most dangerous. Like any dog can attack, but like me and Brandon, born in the 80s, back in the day, if a dog attack, you take a stick and pop, pop.
Right.
And that'll be it. The dog said, "Hold on, I don't want to get hurt." And run off. Right. But a pet bull created in the 90s. It's not like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's very strong. It's stronger than most dogs. Would you say that's a true statement?
I won't say that's a true statement, but I will say this. 40 pounds of muscle can be kind of strong, or pure muscle. So if Brady gained 40 pounds of blood muscle, how strong would Brady be?
Well, like I said, it depends on what that dog does with that poundage or with his bite pressure. You know what I'm saying?
No, I said. See, I answered your question. I said a pet bull gonna be pure muscle. His percentage. So
Well, if he's all muscle and no fat, and he jumps on you,
it takes a very special person. Well, it takes a person with some
what?
strength to keep the dog from getting on your neck. That's what it.
Well,
That's where they want to go.
Let me ask you this: do you think, because we pass down certain stuff in our DNA? What percentage of people, when they see a pit bull or a dog, listen. So when most people see a dog, what is the first thing they do? We're not even talking about color or anything. They're gonna run. They'll be fearful of a dog. Is that not true?
That is true. But here's the thing: you could take a rabbit and a lion. A lion can chase off a rabbit running. If that rabbit stop and turn around, look at him. The lion, hold on.
But and that's the thing.
Now, a pit bull won't do that because it's gamey.
Yeah. But like I say, they say most dogs, if they see you turn around and start running, they'll just instinctively chase you. So they say don't run. But do a lot of people think, like, in the moment to not run? No, they don't do that. They get scared for some reason. They see something chasing after them. They think it's a panther, when it's really just a golden retriever. So they amp up the fear and they lose it.
That's why one of those young ladies who I were protecting said, "Don't run."
Right.
But I was out there, it ain't make no difference because I was ready to die. But I wasn't going to die.
She didn't know that.
I wasn't going to die with no pet bull. That thing, I said 40 pounds of muscle. I got 40 pounds of muscle to match it. There you go. Listen, bite me. If it bite me on my arm, all you gotta do is drag it till you get your weapon. See, but I didn't have a knife on me. A knife can do real good job. See, that bat is just blunt. A knife can pop, pop, pop.
It'll be inserted,
Yeah, it can get to him for real. Blood loss.
But let's get back on track a little bit. Not to cut your story out, but did you see the game last night? It was on late.
Brandon, bring up a photo.
Can we introduce it? I got a video. I got some highlights. I got some highlights. So we're trying different things. Okay.
I watched the game to 12:30.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to figure out why that game was on so late anyway.
West Coast niggas.
They still need to play a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna play some of the highlights while we talk. But it was a really good game, and I thought it was gonna be. I guess I thought Deion's team was gonna blow them out, but the other boys, they really came to play.
Boy, that racist coach, Jay.
Allegedly, yes.
Man, he had them boys fired up.
Yeah, he did. But that's good for the sport in general, and if you want to say, because if we ask him, what do you identify as? What is your race? What do you think he's gonna say?
Of course, he's gonna say black to keep his job. But he's really a white man. That's why they hired him. All right, two birds with one stone. On the paper, he's black, but in his mind,
right,
his mama and his wife, and probably half of his daddy is white. So that's a white man right there.
I got you. But I'm watching the game, man. Colorado was playing excellent, but they were still down.
No, they wasn't playing excellent.
No, let me tell you, they were making good plays, but they were still messing up, and the other team was playing better. But you could tell that they still won. They was like, okay, we're gonna turn it up. We're gonna keep fighting. But it just seemed like they was like, okay, we thought we was gonna win this easier. We had to take it to another level.
You're right.
And sometimes when you get hyped up, like they had Lil Wayne come out. They showed Offset was there. Like, I think they kind of feeling themselves a lot, which is good, but Deion's still kind of honing them in where it's like, okay, y'all gonna have to play. I think at the end he said resilience, because the other team just wasn't gonna give up. They wasn't gonna bow down to all this, the big stage, because this is a pretty big stage for them. Anytime moving forward, you playing against Deion, that's a big stage now.
Man, that other team played
phenomenal.
They played like the top 10 team in the nation.
Right.
But here's the thing. With the top 10 team, they played dirty too.
Yeah, for sure.
They was doing like Travis Huntler's could be out for a couple of weeks, Brandon.
Yeah. That was a bad play and a
You
bad
know,
hit.
the man, well, we described the play. The man, the ball went behind him. The play is over.
And
You know,
he
you
lit him up in the chest.
you lay down your defense, don't you, Brandon?
Right. Yeah.
And then he
But
just took a man, boom.
But for some reason, they still let you do that sometimes. Like they'll be like, "Well, you're following through," but it was just so clear that the ball was out of bounds and he wasn't even trying for it. It's like he was defenseless. Like you shouldn't even have tried it because he had kind of stopped. The play was over, in pretty much, and you still hit him in the chest, really hard, like hard.
So hard enough. It looked like a sniper, was in the stands and shot him. How he went down.
Right.
And he went down. He played a few, and then he was out. Me and Brandon had a conversation. Brandon didn't believe me.
What?
I said, Brandon, a person could get hurt. Your pain or your injury may not show up right then, but it'll show up later.
Okay. And when did I say that? I'm trying to think. What was
when the guy was getting hit with the broomstick?
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Your adrenaline try to get you out of there.
Right, because
you gotta get out. But as time flows, then your body say, hold on, I'm inflamed. I'm gonna do some swelling.
Right.
Because something's hurting. Right. And I think that's what happened to him, man. Because he played 10 minutes later. He was playing for 10 minutes later. The offer certain. Can't play no more.
Right. And that does happen. Right. I said that does happen. And you're in the game, it's a lot of adrenaline going on. So, and you want to play. So Timothy Taylor said, hold on. They're doing cheap shots trying to hurt Colorado's top 2 players. Yep. And like I say, let's just say me and you was on Colorado State, Lewis. And we may want to really play for Dion, but we got our team is being talked about. We're under them. Like sometimes you want to be like, okay, we'll play better. Sometimes you want to be like, all right, well, let's play dirty. Let's try to take their heads off. And I think that's what they were trying to do. It don't matter if it was during the game, after the whistle, or whatever. They was like, we're gonna hurt these boys. Because no, you're not just gonna just do what you want to do and show off. Like we're gonna make you hurt.
Nah, Brandon, I think I won't do that, Brandon.
I'm not saying we would, but I'm just saying that was the mindset of some of the players, clearly.
You could tackle a person by tackling him in his chest, or you could tackle a person by going directly for the knees.
Okay.
Which one, Brandon?
Which one would I prefer?
No, both of them is legal. Both of them can be legal. But which one could do the most damage?
The knees. The knees.
There you go. So you have some players that will play dirty in the game, and I think the emotions was very high in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
The penalties was high on both sides. Colorado lost some of their opposure, but I hate to say it, Brandon, we only seen 50% of their potential.
Yeah. And like I said, they're still new. Like, they're still coming together. They're still gelling. Like, even Sanders, the quarterback, like, he's still going to be getting better as the season goes on. He's going to get more comfortable with the receivers and stuff. Like, they're just too new, and they're still doing what they're doing on the field.
Well, if he get too much play at her, he'll be throwing for 800 yards a game.
Right. It's because when they're on, and it's hard to stop because that ball is on the money. Like it's looking. I'm not gonna say it's looking like NFL throws all the time, but he making a lot of big throws. Like he making Heisman throws.
Nah, Brandon. What? This man is playing like a wonderful person.
But you know what? Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
This man is playing like a wonderful person.
Do you think
he ain't running? Really?
That's what I was about to say. Is he?
He's porous. He's porous. He's patient.
Mm.
And
that's one of the things I wanted to look up. I want to see his quarterback rushing yards.
But why you want to see you racist?
Because
why you want to see that?
That's why, and I think that's why they don't try to focus on that. They want him to be more accurate because I'm pretty sure it's times where he could get the yardage or sometimes when you're trying to get the yardage, you may get injured. So maybe he's just a smart player like that. He's like, I don't have to be that type of quarterback because I can rely on my arm and do it that way.
Now I can tell you this: running sideways for 10 yards, he's decent, got decent speed.
Yeah.
I tell you that. That's all you need. Let me get a quarterback who can run sideways for 10 yards with decent speed and decent speed and can throw the ball 70% accurate.
Right.
That's all you need.
Right. And see that play right there where the player launched, he didn't really go for the tackle, he went for the ball. Like that's a smart play for a college kid to try to make. That's risky, but like I say, that was really smart, and it paid off. It was a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And like I said, when I first turned the game on, I saw the pick six. Like I was thinking maybe this may be a blowout, but this was a really good game. Go ahead.
Brandon,
I love how you just don't agree with whatever I say, but go ahead.
No, blowout.
Because
Brandon, did you watch the game?
I did watch the game. This is the only team that last year that Colorado beat. So we was thinking maybe these boys wasn't gonna be ready, but yeah, they was ready. And it says Timothy said Division I coaches don't want to lose to a HBC coach, HBC players. So I get what you're saying.
Ask if Timothy is ask Timothy what he know about historic Black college and university. I'm just curious. Mr. Taylor.
He comments, but I guess that is a good point. Like that coach is like, I'm not about to, because they feel like HBCU is right here and we way up here. You know what I'm saying? As far as that. So it's like, oh, we're not about to let some little Black players come in here and try to scramble like they Michael Vick or do all this. Because you did, after they got the pick six, they had the throne on the sideline and the players had sunglasses and stuff like that, which I like to see, but a lot of people don't like to see that. And that's their opinion. They don't have to like that stuff, but if you backing it up, you backing it up. And they like I say, they were playing from behind. So if you still doing all this and you win the game, that's what matters. Like I say, if you're gonna be bolstering, if you're gonna be talking junk, kind of like the Warriors, you got to back it up, and they backed it up.
Well, no. First of all, ain't nobody talking junk, Brady. So don't give.
Well, it's not talking junk. This is college football. You can't even. You're supposed to be humble. You're not even supposed to say anything.
Ain't nobody saying nothing. That's the kicker. But Deion team don't say it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Deion team don't say nothing. They brag about, I believe in myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm working on to be the best who I could be. I believe. That's talking like Christian.
You're not supposed to say anything.
They're talking like Christian.
He said HBCU schools as a junior college football.
Man, bullshit. Bullshit right there.
So you don't think that coach that
Brandon.
Okay, I'm just asking what you think.
South Carolina State University.
I'm not saying what it is. I'm saying what certain coaches feel about.
They view.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
that's what we're talking about.
I'm sorry.
We're not talking about what he's saying. We're just talking about what the coaches of Division I schools think.
I'm gonna put it as Shiloh Sanders says.
Mm-hmm.
He said the only difference is the line people get off the block slightly faster.
Right.
So guys who weigh 310 pounds, they can move slightly faster. And if you really watch football, the line on the defense end and the offense end makes the difference in the game.
Right.
All the great, wonderful people, quarterbacks, everyone had good lines. Why is that, Brandon?
Because they can't scramble. So if your line isn't good and you getting pressure through, your quarterback's going down. And it don't take if I'm dropping back 1, 2, 3, and somebody's already coming, it's game over. And I can't run, so I'm going down. So
you're watching all your great, wonderful quarterbacks. Wonderful means a color. That's all with a W. All your wonderful quarterbacks had great lines, and they always had a check down. so they won't get hit. Tom
Right.
Brady and Drew Brees was the best. Drew Brees will drop back for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
He don't see nothing. It's always a guy 5 yards or
Right.
7
Oh, the
yards
running
right
back will
here.
go out real quick and turn
Yeah.
around just in case.
Because
Just
he
in
won't
case.
get hit.
All right.
So, but like Shiloh Sanders said, the only difference is the fat guys, the big guys are slightly quicker off the block.
What about stronger? Do you think they're stronger too, or not? No, not really. Not I guess stronger. HBCU, are they the same strength wise, or
They are bigger.
Mhm.
So when I used to, at one point within 1 year, I used to play basketball at 280, 280 pounds.
which is crazy, and you was dunking.
No. This is 280 when I was fat 280. I used to play at 280, and then within 1 year I dropped down to 200. Some reason I got a whole lot weaker. I was stronger, but a whole lot weaker at 200. Why is that, Brady?
I don't know. Your body, like having a lot of weight for some reason, means you have a lot of ability. You have a lot more force. Like you'll be able to lift more. You'll be able
I don't know about lift more.
You'll be able to pull more.
I can hold up more.
Yeah, there you go.
I can hold up more. Right. So when I went from 280 to 200, man, I was like a duck out there, man. I had to exert a lot of more energy to do the same things I used to do when I was at 280.
Right.
So those players that these schools have are bigger. So bigger people, in sports, the bigger man always win. I don't care what sport it is. Basketball. You think basketball is about shooting? No. Who won the championship this year, Brandon?
The Denver Nuggets.
Who's the top player in that series?
I want to say Murray, but we'll say Djokovic.
That's the bigger man. And every once in a while, you will have a Curry come up that shoots 40. It's a 60% chance he'll win.
Yeah.
This year, he lost. That was 60%. But the years before it's 40. But the dice rolled on his side. But always NBA, all NBA wins on big man.
Okay.
You can't.
So you say you rather have defense. The defense means more than the offense.
I said big man.
But you said shooting doesn't mean anything. So you're saying your big man, he can score too, but just
Curry is the only one because he's 40-60. Ain't nobody being 40-60 in basketball to win shooting. Basketball is won on scoring points in the paint.
Gotcha.
And rebounds.
Because it's easier scoring points in the paint. It's more reliable than just jacking up a bunch of threes. But Timothy said the next 2 games for them is Oregon and USC. So we'll see. And like I say, Travis Hunter probably not going to be playing those games. So we'll see. But I did want to show you what Deion said at the end of the game.
Coach, what's your reaction to this win?
Resilience. To be great, you're going to have to be resilient. You got to overcome adversity. And that was a tremendous amount of adversity. And we overcame it.
You're down 11 in the fourth. You're on the 2-yard line.
Yes.
What were you saying to Shedeur?
Do what you do. I've been saying this since he was a kid. Y'all just new to this game.
Shiloh was a big-time playmaker early in the game. And then Shedeur.
I'm proud of my kids, but I'm proud of this team. This team is phenomenal. The coaching staff is phenomenal. They were resilient. I mean, we started off playing like hot garbage, but we got it right. And we got the victory in the end. That's all that counts. We got the W.
What'd you learn?
Patience. Patience.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
They got a bad coaching squad. Did you hear what he said? No, Deion. They if you're getting beat and you're not playing good, it's hard to make adjustments. It's hard to keep playing, keep telling your players, look, you know what to do. Just execute it. You can't give up on your players. You got to keep motivating them. It looks like they got a great coaching staff. And like I said, these players haven't been playing with each other long. They could have just been like, look, I don't know. We're going to be able to pull this out.
Deion is playing. To me, Deion to me feels like he has a lot of God influences in him.
Mm.
So he relies on faith,
Yeah.
action, prayers, and hope. So he keeps the faith, man.
Yeah. And it seems like he sticks to the plan. He's like, look, I know you can do what you can do because I've already seen you do it when you was younger. So I believe in you. I think he believes in his sons for sure. And he believes in his team, even though they haven't been playing together that long. So
hey, he talks faith into his players, man.
Right. And it's incredible to see that, because do you see a lot of coaches talk like that?
A lot of coaches, they players ain't nothing but assets or commodities to them.
Yeah.
I believe Deion actually loved his players and want his players to do good.
Right. And I think that's one of the reasons they don't like that, because like I say, if you're a player and you're thinking about what school you want to play, go to and play for, what coach you want to play for, you probably thinking, I want to play for Deion. I want to be close to whatever this is that they're trying to build.
Brandon, I posted this a few hours ago.
You did.
Did you get a chance to read it?
I commented on it.
You did?
Because it made a lot of sense.
Now, why people like Goku, right?
Yes,
we know who Goku is, right?
I do.
Now, would you find Goku and Deion it's almost like the same?
I didn't until I started reading some of your breakdown, and yeah.
Now watch this. Now this is the reason people gonna hate you, and this is one of the reasons people hate Jesus at the same time.
Do people hate Goku though? Do people hate Goku?
A lot of people, Goku ain't their favorite. Goku is not their favorite character
on the show, or just in general.
On the show and in general.
Right. He's one of my favorite characters. But go ahead.
Why?
Well, he was the strongest. He
ain't badass. He ain't the strongest.
he is but Goku put out the that everything gonna be all right. Don't even worry about it. I'm not stressed about it. Goku died. He was like, look, it's cool. I'm dead. But guess what? Everything's gonna be all right. I got my son. Everything's gonna be all right. Somehow it's gonna work out.
I didn't put the sun in there. The sun to take them all okay.
Right. And now he got Shiloh. Shiloh is basically Gohan. But go ahead.
Goku is always listen to this, people. This will improve your life greatly if you just listen to this segment. Goku, stay positive. Mm-hmm. Goku get his butt whooped. Vegeta, the first Vegeta episode, Vegeta was probably like 3 times as strong as Goku. Vegeta took the spirit bomb. Vegeta took the kamikaze. Vegeta took the gorilla on him.
Right.
Right. Vegeta was way stronger. But hey, Goku said, hey, I feel like I can't win. This guy, his strength is amazing.
Right, and but that's what he would say. Yeah. He would laugh. He would be getting his ass scored. He'll be laughing, be like, "Wow, this guy's strong."
But I gotta stay in there.
Yeah,
I gotta get better. Krillin, don't kill him, because I want to get better so I can defeat him.
Right.
People don't like that. Watch this. Train hard to be the best you. Mm-hmm. Even though Goku trained very hard, he was not stronger than Vegeta in the first episode. Mm-hmm. And before he transformed, he was not stronger than Frieza. Mm-hmm. He was not stronger than Cell.
Right. He was never stronger than the person he fought, but he ended up beating them anyway. Kind of. Hope.
Hope and faith.
Right.
All right. Respect your opponent. Now, Vegeta would talk bad about, man, you ain't nothing. Your spirit is low. You could do better than that. Goku ain't never said that. Mm-hmm. He respects his opponent. Coach Prime respects his opponent. I don't remember him never saying anything bad about his opponent.
He's not worried about it. No.
But his opponents will say bad stuff about him.
Right. Do you think people fear him? Do you think coaches fear him? Do you think the college football heads fear him, like Nick Saban or just some of the commentators that call the football games?
They hate this man, Brandon. They
But
don't fear him.
what's the hate? What's the hate?
Okay, yeah,
about?
okay. Yes, they fear him because they hate him.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. 2 years ago, who said something about Deion first, Brandon?
No.
Coach Saban. When Deion used his influence to get Travis Hunter, Travis Hunter, Coach Saban was pissed. A lot of these wonderful coaches was pissed at the portal, and they was pissed at the NR. What's the deal? Players could get paid now.
Yeah.
Because now they didn't have all the balls in their court. They didn't have the rig system that we a big name. We could give your mama a refrigerator and pay her rent for 2 months for we get the best kid. Now players has the right to transfer any way they want to. I think up to one time, and also you could pay them. You could hire them to do. You could pay them.
Right.
And Coach Saban, the coach for Clemson, the coach for Florida, they was mad.
Right.
Mad because they had the system rigged, and now you let this beautiful person, aka Negro, come in here talking to these other black people, other beautiful people, and he's stealing all the players. And
but this is my thing. If Nick Saban is so great,
right?
I think it's an echo. But why shouldn't they take it as a challenge and be like, okay, Deion is doing what he's doing. Let me step my game up and do what I can do. Let me not try to bring him down, because that's what they usually do. If they see somebody doing something, they try to just lazily bring him down with the system, use the system to bring him down. To try to
Brandon, let me get in and get out. Something's going on my side.
Go ahead. Guys, we're going to take a quick break while Lewis tries to figure out what's going on, but y'all stay tuned. I'm going to throw one of our little commercials up. I think he's having some echo problem. Well, actually, this would be a great time to promote his book.
There are a lot of issues that's facing the black community, from relationships between mother and father and the failure of passing down standards, integrity, and duty, from the lack of education or the debt load from higher education. Go to school, they say, but no opportunity on graduation day. From incarceration to low-skill occupation that marches in gentrification. Well, the time has come. It's time for a change. My book, From Zero to 200K, will outline the steps I use to change my social and economical status. Learn the steps I took to lower my expenses. Learn the steps I took to increase my income. Learn the steps I took to increase my credit and keep a good credit score. Learn about how I generate wealth. Most importantly, how I got God involved in my life. By the time you finish this book, you'll be ready to control your finances with a renewed vigor, knowing that you can accomplish your goals.
Now, Brandon, you know you could talk to the people just because
I could, but I was trying to take me a break too.
I hit the table, my thing fell off.
But I didn't want to mess up our conversation and stuff like that. But why shouldn't Nick Saban just be like, hey, let me step my game up, since I'm so great. I'm such a great coach. I'm dominant. I'm Nick Saban. These players love me.
You trying to get me kicked off to say what the truth, ain't it?
Say the truth, then.
Nah,
no. Nick Saban. He's the best college football coach ever. And how dare Deion Sanders try to come in here with some shades and a hat on and chains, thinking that's he can even compete on my stage? How you gonna take players that I want? Travis Hunter is supposed to go to Alabama. Who wouldn't want to live? Well, let me not say that.
And get with the wonderful cheerleaders.
Right, exactly.
And
right.
have a baby. And when he get out the NFL, 16 months later, she filed for a divorce for child support.
Correct. We can't say that, but I'm pretty sure, I ain't gonna say living in Alabama is not gonna be bad on campus, because I'm pretty sure they got a beautiful campus. They take care of their players. Niggas say, you don't think so? Tell me about it. Tell me how you feel.
Back in 98, me and my family drove to Alabama. We was hungry, went to stop to get something to eat at a local restaurant. Now, this ain't no restaurant like Applebee's. Nah, this look like somebody's house restaurant.
Okay.
We went in there, looked on ones over there. They gave us a room. Next thing you know, these wonderful people blocked out our section. So make sure nobody else could sit by us. We didn't notice this before we was leaving. That these wonderful people segregated us in the restaurant.
Well,
Alabama is not a beautiful place.
okay.
I was there 2 years ago, and it's not that wonderful. Before I went down there, when I was in better shape before my knee and my foot went out, when I was running a mile or two during the COVID, my future mother-in-law said, "Don't go to Alabama and jog, Lewis. Don't go there. It's not safe."
So but it's America. People don't see color, Lewis. You should be fine.
Yeah, you think that? I didn't go down there and jog.
Okay.
You know. And guys, exercise is a good thing. You need to get your lungs up and your stamina up to be able to fight a person off. So that I'm not saying
or dog.
Yeah.
Or to fight a dog off.
I'm not saying play sports, but you always need to be in a good position to protect yourself. And sometimes the boys start to bah, bah, bah. You gotta run.
Right, that's true. That's true.
So you at least gotta be able to run a half a mile to get out of Dodge. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So you don't think? Well, let me ask you this. It's a lot of players that graduate from Alabama. They're playing in the NFL. They've got money. If they wanted to go back to Alabama,
a few players, don't say false stuff. A few players that graduate.
A few players. Well, a lot of players do trickle into the NFL. I mean, that's one of the selling points of going to Alabama. You'll be able to hopefully go to the NFL and make something of yourself. Well, my point.
How many people get drafted in the first round, Brandon? Just guess a number.
Well, we'll say 27.
Okay, 27 times 7. That's how many people go to the NFL.
You're right.
And it's only 27 spots guaranteed.
You're right.
All right. So out of those 300, 400 people that get drafted, only a handful is going to make them in.
Well, we do. Go ahead. That's a good point. So we can't say just a bunch of players, but
so out of 300 out of 3,000
players. Is this why people don't like you? Because you're accurate. You're too accurate.
that may be right. I'll put the rounds on you. I put 7 rounds.
Right. Well, I think people speak generally, and you like to hone it down where it's more accurate. The numbers are the numbers, and they're accurate. So it's no disputing the numbers.
I'm just quoting Siler Sanders. He said everybody on this field ain't getting drafted first round. Everybody on this field ain't going to the NFL. True. So me playing in the all HBSU is the same, exactly the same as playing at a PWI. The only difference is fat boys on the line get off the block quicker. That's it.
So why don't more players go to HBCUs?
The reason players don't go to HBCUs because Dion was at a school for 2 years. He went on TV 2 times for the championship and 1 time for the ESPN went down to Jackson State. Since he's been in the Colorado at a no-name school,
right?
3 games.
Right. He been game day. He been on ESPN.
Pay-per-view. He gets hours and hours and hours of free advertisement for Colorado.
Right.
This man is gonna put $1 billion. He gonna generate $1 billion off of 3 games, Brandon.
Right. Which is crazy. But that's what it is. So
hello. Remember bringing back the chicken. You remember Popeye's chicken, right?
Yes, I do.
How hot was Popeye's chicken for how long, Brandon? A week?
It was longer than that. It was about a good month that Popeyes was on fire and people was lining up and they couldn't get chicken just because it was in such high demand.
All right, per the wonderful people economics, beautiful people generated $50 million in free advertisement for Popeye's chicken.
Oh yeah. Okay. And how so? Break that down real quick.
Because they was texting on social media, tweeting. I posted 5 things about Dion today. All right, that's free advertisement. Now, Brandon, is Popeye's chicken was bigger than Deion Sanders right now?
Let me think about that.
Now, Brandon, only the melanated people was on Popeyes.
That's true.
Dion
is bigger, but
Dion got the whole United States. Had the man speaking Spanish in the interview. Dion got the whole United States on pay-per-view. The best TV I ever watched. This year, Dion is almost the game last night was neck and neck with the Super Bowl.
Right. Which is crazy. And it lived up to like that. If you watch college football and you don't know any of those teams, that was, even though it wasn't a perfect game, it was a good competitive game. And that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see players excited, they into the game, they really trying, you had celebrities like Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne came out, you would think it was a championship game or something. This is just a regular game.
Offset.
Yeah, Offset was there.
Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
Percy Miller, Pete Miller, his boys.
Right.
The man said the sideline looked like a BET Music Award.
Right, that's what I'm about to say. Did you hear that?
But
so
here's
is that
the thing.
shade? Is that hate?
No.
What is that?
Lil Wayne ain't showing up to the BET Music Awards. All right? It's too, like the TV show Blackish. It's too blackish over there. So he ain't showing up. This was like the MTV Music Awards.
Right. Can I ask you something about Popeyes real quick?
Who?
So white people weren't lining up for the Popeyes chicken when it was going crazy.
Man, Popeyes was like they were selling Jordans 50% off. They had people getting trampled in the line.
Right.
Somebody come shot. With the fire. Pow. Come with the fire out there.
Why though? Why? Why did we do that? People, you didn't even have to taste the chicken sandwich. Somebody just told you how good it was. And for some reason, people had to get in line and check it out. They was late for work. They was standing in the line for hours trying to get a chicken sandwich.
Well, first of all, Brandon, we know Popeyes got the best chicken.
Okay.
Second of all, Church's Chicken need to get sued. Talk about they got $30 for a meal plan. Ain't nobody paying $30 for no Church's Chicken. And they got wonderful people in the commercial. When do Popeyes got wonderful people in the commercial selling chicken for $32? A family pack of Popeyes need to cost $15 out the door. No, at Church's Chicken.
That's what I'm about to say. But so it's better to just fry the chicken at your house.
Man, chicken costs too much, man.
That's what I'm about to say. Man. It's almost, if you buy a pack of chicken, it's a toss up. You might want to just do that. But chicken has gone up. Chicken has gone up.
Chicken costs too much now to really get something.
Look,
Harold's Chicken has the best chicken. Well, shit, Brandon, we need to go to Chicago there. Give me some of that. Hey, it's 2 styles of Chicago, Brandon. You know it is.
It's correct. We were supposed to go to Chicago, I think, where Eric went one summer or something like that. Because didn't he have family up in Chicago? Remember he was saying something that they were going to take us to the Cubs game? I mean, the Wrigley Field.
Man, that was you bring about stuff that happened 15 years, that was a long time ago. Could have, but we should have went up there too. All the daddies got thrown in jail. But the baby mamas raise the kids, and they out here making drill music and stuff. Talk about I got the choppers, I got this. That nigga own your goddamn. Buy a house. Right. Buy a house and fight for your house. Don't fight for rent that you giving to me. Don't fight for rent what you giving to me. Brandon, you want to get on Jeezy?
Yeah. Let's talk about the Snowman.
I got a presentation. Hold on.
Well, can I show a video? Well, I'll let you do that. I just want to show a video real quick.
All right, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
His wife said.
Oh, Lord.
Loved black guys. Yeah. I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up.
Hold up. So did you hear what she said?
No, we say it again.
All right, I'm about to
You dated black guys.
Loved black guys. Yeah. I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
Because she lightweight offensive. I am
No,
going
I'm
to
not.
hush.
I'm saying I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like that's my.
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
That means, honey.
That's
You know what that means.
Wait, what are you reading it as?
Ain't nobody. How did you say it?
I'm just saying, like, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
Right, you like your main man to be white and your side piece to be
No,
dark.
no.
That's what we
that is not what I mean.
I just want to pause this real quick. Is this a white woman saying this, or is she got Asian in her? Some type of Asian. Why would she start with white? But anyway,
Explain what you mean.
Okay,
What you
what
meant.
I
No,
meant
if you
is,
go
like,
pause it,
I-
let me say something.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Per Dr. Clara Anderson,
Okay, that's a good person to quote.
Asian people are in the second run up to becoming white.
Okay.
All right, you keep going.
to date black men. Okay, I think they're attractive. But what I decided to stick to because it just kept me happiest was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I dated
Not
an
forever,
Asian
but-
man once.
You did.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How did that go, Lonnie?
Yeah. Because he had a Chinese restaurant. That's why I dated him. I had all the free beef and broccoli I could eat.
Is that a racist comment? Can you say stuff like that?
What?
That's okay, right? I dated an Asian man. I had all the beef and broccoli that I wanted.
Brandon, the last time you seen a charisma person, was you ordering some beef or broccoli?
Maybe.
All right. Or was you trying to buy a car? Or at Best Buy? Where was you at? Was you at the
A
restaurant?
Chinese restaurant, yes.
Okay, so hey, it's truth. It's truth what she
Okay,
said that
you're
big
right.
heifer's talking about.
Right. So I just wanted to play that to kind of set things up because she was dating a white man and she was married to him, I believe, for 10 years.
Brandon, you know good and well that's a bigger thing to talk about. See,
What?
okay, I'm gonna let guys. I may be wrong, but I think this is.
You think it's right or wrong?
No. What I'm about to say,
Okay.
I'm just about to put it out there. Beautiful man.
Okay.
That's people who look like me, guys. We try not to get banned on YouTube. If we have relations with a person outside of beautiful people,
Mhm.
we may try to knock it out to represent the race.
Wait, what? You say knock it out. What you mean?
Knock
be
it out.
Knock what out? The relationship, make it perfect? What do you mean?
No, Brandon, you know what I'm talking about. In the sack. Knock it out in the
Okay, I'm
sack.
just making sure. Okay.
So
okay.
with
I got
another person who looks like us,
Mhm.
we may be
we don't do that?
No, we may be in our base form.
Okay, I got you.
But if we get to another person that's
Mhm.
outside of us, we say, hey
Mhm.
man, we gotta represent that we
For
gotta
us?
keep the stereotype alive.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
So we may try to knock it out. And it's always been some taboo of dating outside.
But I think
the
you're
culture.
right in knock it out. But also, if I'm gonna date this person, I gotta make sure it's right and it works. Because
Brandon, I'm talking about knocking some pussy out.
I
You talking
I'm
about
saying, but
make it work.
but we're talking about this situation with Jeezy. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. You're right. But also, I think that people like to try to make that relationship work too. But yeah, I get
Man,
what you're saying.
let
But
me
it
get
does.
into some real shit we talking about.
Is it real? Go ahead. Let me see. Because I'm gonna give you some pushback.
Now you ain't getting no pushback on this.
I'm gonna give you if it's not right.
Well, if
Wait, what?
we use hey, Man of the metaverse. I don't know what Brandon talking about. We don't speak on gossip.
We're not speaking on gossip, but certain things add to certain things. And we want to make sure men, when they enter certain situations, to know what to look for, to know what to avoid, because certain people, you can just look at certain situations and you'll stay out of certain things. That's all.
Brandon, let me work it.
Go ahead. I'm gonna work it. And I'm gonna do my part too.
Man of the metaverse. Most black guys ain't married. So I interviewed a married black guy today, which is my partner, Beach Dad. All right. And I asked Beach Dad, I said, Beach Dad, tell me the top reasons why a married man will divorce his wife, and text me right now, because Brandon be delayed. Brandon, when you text Brandon only texts back. You know,
and why is that? But what?
I don't have an Apple. I don't know if you've seen or not. You know, so you ain't gonna get this from nowhere on YouTube or any social media sites, because those people are fake. We are real over here.
Okay,
so
I agree with that.
I asked Brandon, what will make a man divorce his wife? But guys, hold on, let me click on it. Hold on. But guys, let's talk about the Bible first. Brandon, read that.
A man might marry a woman and then find some secret thing about her that he doesn't like. If that man is not pleased with her, he must write the divorce papers and give them to her. Then he must send her from his house. That's in the Bible?
Deuteronomy 24th chapter, first verse. So here's a quote before we get into it. Now, I'm just going to let a side note. The Bible do contradicts itself what Jesus said after this in the New Testament. But this is the Old Testament.
Okay.
So this is they say God is everlasting, unchanging. But why he changes in the Bible, Brandon? But don't say nothing. So Brandon said a man has a right to divorce his wife if he finds something he didn't know about her, aka she got 20 bodies, aka
and we're not talking about murders. You're not talking about murder.
And 20 bodies is low these days. That's back in the 80s, back in the 90s. You know, I thought back in the day, I thought 10 bodies was a lot. Right. But boy, we showing our age out here, ain't it, Brandon?
Right. Some people might have that in a month now.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But Brandon, I just want Brandon. In 2003, ain't you thought 10 bodies was a lot?
It was. 6 is a lot.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, how many people you done been with? 6. Oh, that's the hope right there.
But now in 2023, 30 bodies is almost like a virgin.
Right.
It's almost like a virgin. And if you do the math, you will throw up if you do the math. So we ain't going to do the math. Boy, you better. If you have a person sex once a year for 10 years, that's 10 bodies. But I think people be having sex every 3 weeks.
Right.
You know,
at least
52 weeks.
The way they talk about it, right?
That's
the way they talk about
20 bodies in a year.
And you don't really hear people talking about STDs, HIV, AIDS, any of that kind of stuff.
We talk about it.
We do, yeah, for sure.
Mouth be looking like you've been chewing on poison ivy. All right.
But go ahead.
All right. Brandon said one. Now, this is not from the top 1 to the top 2, top 3.
And this is a good point, but what the Bible does say too. But how hard is this to do in the year 2023? On both sides, because it doesn't say men should be virgins and get married. It said you should marry a woman who's a virgin. But go ahead.
I want to. Now I was listening to Pastor Dow. Now I want to inform Mr. Taylor. He says Bible says man should marry virgins. That is true, but a man can marry any woman that's not married,
right? And
he can have sex with any woman he would take as his wife,
right? So
if you have sex with a woman, that woman should eventually become your wife.
All right.
So you can't be out here just poking, because you can't have all those wives back in the day because you had to pay for them.
Right. And we have gotten away from that, like having concubines and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but
And watch this, Brandon. If you read the text that I just said, 2 lines after that, every new wife, you supposed to make sure she comes to your house, and you got to please her for 1 whole year. So you got to be a simp. All right. So they're telling you to be a simp in the Bible for a year. So that keeps you straight, Brandon. How many women you could fully please for 1 year, Brandon?
One.
Barely. So you won't have that many wives.
Correct.
And if you can't pay for or do what a host is supposed to do, she got a right to divorce you because you ain't living up to your obligation. You lied to her.
That's true.
And then your name get off in the streets. They said, Brandon, he may got something hard, but he can't pay for nothing.
Right.
Then see, back in the day, it wasn't no social media. So when somebody says something, it may be true. All right.
Well, go ahead.
Our man Brandon said a man may divorce his wife if she's cheating. Brandon, what's your definition of cheating? I can't talk. I ain't married. What's your definition of cheating?
My definition would be doing something inappropriate with someone else that you wouldn't feel comfortable doing in front of your wife.
Boy, Brandon, you smart, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm very smart.
Okay, see, now Brandon did not say no intercourse.
Right.
He left it very open.
Yeah.
Doing something inappropriate that you would not do with your wife. Read that too. We said, okay. Brandon.
It said Abraham was smashing his maid Hagar, got her pregnant, and sent her and their son Ishmael into the wilderness.
Some people do some bitch ass shit. In the Bible, some people do some bitch ass shit. So let's talk about David. King David. Everybody love King David, right?
Somewhat. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us about King David. Because I can't remember. I can't remember. I ain't about to lie.
King David had his main girl right here. You see that? Hey girl, how you doing? He was in charge. Back then they was fighting a lot. He was in charge of my army.
Okay.
He saw this bad girl. I'm talking about she had a big booty, breasts with the t-shirt, nipple sticking out and everything. He said, I want her. But that girl is married to that man. So if I keep the laws, I can't have her because I'll be put to death. Because another man can't have another man's wife. That's a death penalty. So what he done is say, okay, I'm gonna set him up, Brandon.
That's what I was thinking.
Take his husband, take the husband. Take his wife.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Send them out there to fight and put them on the front line.
Right.
And what usually happens on the front line, Brandon?
You die first. There you go.
And what happens to the woman? No more husband, right?
Right. Correct.
And let that be it. All right, Brandon. Now, Brandon said cheating. Brandon, I like how you use the words cheating because you didn't use intercourse. You said inappropriate.
Yeah.
So what's inappropriate? Just a few things inappropriate in your mind. Now this is new for me because we never talked about this before.
Right.
In your mind.
Flirting, that would be something.
What kind of flirting?
Sexual flirting.
Okay.
Like compliments and stuff like that.
Wait, hold on. If your wife works with a man at work, you say, oh, that's a nice shirt.
Is that, I guess, okay, like sexual compliments.
Okay, all right. What else?
Because I guess that sexual compliments, flirting,
you said
touching, hugging. Like I think I would, like, depending on what kind of situation you have. If I see my wife hug somebody else, I'll be okay with that.
What kind of hug?
and that's what I'm about to say. It depends on what kind of hug it is too. Somebody give you, one of those, or like, with respect, or if it's a deep embrace, it's different ways of hugging. So,
you know what's crazy, Brandon? I can't speak on it because I ain't married, but I would not want to be in that situation because you see this on social media a lot. A girl come up, she in a relationship, hug a guy. I'm talking about hug pelvis on pelvis, and she jumping for joy. Right. Now, as a pimp, I'm supposed to walk away like fuck that hoe.
Right.
But
go ahead.
I don't know. I may be drinking something.
I may have to slug the guy. Am I wrong?
You may be. I mean, you can't. Can you be wrong for reacting how you react?
I can't.
If that's how you feel.
I mean, I'm a peaceful person, but violence ain't no thing. I can get to it if you have to. You know what I mean?
But it all depends on who you with and what you're comfortable with. And like I say, sometimes I guess something may happen and you may not react the first time, but then you have a conversation about it. Be like, hey, this kind of made me feel a certain type of way. Could you not do this? Right?
Yeah. Brandon,
go ahead.
Tell me now. I always thought about the scenario. Maybe I come to a point in my life I can't dance anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And my loved one loves to dance.
Right.
Can you love?
That's a good one too.
Can your loved one dance with another person while I'm there?
Not while I'm there.
But how about she asks you first?
And
your knee busted. And you brother, and your knee busted, and you know she likes to dance.
Well, she better dance with me in this chair. Be spinning around.
So she can't do the. She can't do the.
She can dance. She can dance on the floor at a distance, not with somebody. Because you know how people be dancing. Because I went to my brother's wedding. We were dancing. You can dance on the dance floor with everybody. But if you turned around and you locked with somebody and y'all dancing,
how about hand dancing?
Spin you around? What you mean?
Oh, okay. So hand dancing. That's old fashioned, and he spins her. This hand dancing. No, you got your.
This ain't even the era. This ain't even the era for that. So no.
No, quit lying. I talked to a black woman 2 weeks ago. She said she was going hand dancing in DC.
Well, that's something different, I guess, because you guys have a different culture up there. And they got a shag down here that people dance like that. You heard the shag or whatever? That's some little popular thing that they do every now and then. It's busy. Shag. Like that's something people gonna be doing. And if you're into dancing like that, okay, I may be there. I don't think I want to see it though.
Can your wife dance with another man while you in a wheelchair and she loved to dance? All right, brother, yes or no? She ain't doing no booty butt dancing.
One dance, maybe, yes.
But she actually
trying to dance all night. No, what I'm doing is watch.
Why you in a wheelchair? What can you do? You lucky your dick can't get up.
Well, why are we there? Well, that's what I'm saying. I may not be there. I would rather her go.
Brandon, no. It's a black people organization. All right. So food, drinks, music, somebody may want to dance.
I hear you.
So can your wife dance with another man she loved dancing and you in a wheelchair?
Yep, I have a song.
Oh Lord, I didn't know Brandon. I ain't know Brandon like that.
It's easy to say, oh yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'm gonna be sitting and watching, drinking, sipping, doing Hennessy, looking.
Well,
I don't want to do that. That's torture. I don't think I would want to do that. But like I say, if your partner, you trust your partner, y'all have, built something, it's harmless. Do you think if it was the other way around, I would tell my wife, yeah, I love to dance. I'm gonna just dance with this lady.
No. You ain't your wife. I'm talking about.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're the leader.
I hear you. So you go ahead.
You the leader. You a logical person.
So what are you trying to say? The more logical?
Nah, she make it jealous very quick.
Well, and men like to act like they don't get jealous, but men do get jealous too. Not as much, but yeah, you could feel a certain type of way. Like I say, I'd rather just not see, because what am I doing? I'm just sitting here watching her dance with somebody else. And like I say, yeah, I mean, I can say, yeah, that's fine. But when you're in the moment, it's different.
Yeah, I guess.
I get one song, but go ahead.
I guess you in a wheelchair. I can't say yes or no because I still talk about a photo that my girl took
10 years before we got to bed, I still talk about you, man.
Right. It don't bother you, but it bothers you. You know what I'm saying?
I say, yeah, you was in that photo in that all-white party. I see
Yeah, right.
having a good time with the
Right.
booty in the midsection. Yeah, I seen it. You know, but hey, we get older now, so we're supposed to get wiser.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
All right, Mr. Beachstead said one of the reasons a man may divorce his wife is not enough sex. Brandon, what does that mean?
That means you're just not getting none. But you said when you asked me this question, you said what would be a reason a man, not necessarily me. But
You're a man, ain't it? You're a man, ain't it?
But we're talking about all men, not just me in particular.
Well, no, we talk about a married man. Would it be a reason a married man?
Yeah, that would be a reason that you pinning me down. You trying to pin me down. But you're right. That is one of the reasons. Because men do like to have sex, right?
I would say so.
Yeah,
I would say so. Do women like to have sex?
Yeah, they do.
How about married women?
Yes, they do. But like I say, I think when you get married, people act like this is not something that happens. When you get married, it'll go down some. When you have kids, it'll go down some. When you get busy, it does go down some. But that doesn't mean you don't want to have it. That's just the honest truth.
So should a man divorce his wife if he ain't getting none?
I say no. But you asked me why would a man?
What you mean say no? Why? Why you say no?
Well, do you think you get married because of sex? Like if you're just like if I was in the wheelchair and my wife wanted to dance and I couldn't dance, should she divorce me because I can't dance anymore?
Brandon, I'm trying to be entertainment.
Well, you asking me the truth.
I'm trying to be entertainment, and you up here talking about logical stuff.
Okay.
You
asked me good questions,
All
and you go ahead.
Oh Lord, not enough sex.
But
sometimes it says you need to fall in love with your wife's bosom. So
the Bible says that.
Somewhere up in there.
But does it say? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Per Deuteronomy, she kept that secret. So before y'all got married, y'all was doing it a whole lot.
Right.
And she kept some secret. She said, after we get married, not get married, I ain't gonna have sex with them. But here's the thing. It's a lot. Man, this is deeper. Like, does stuff change in the marriage?
Yeah, it does. And that's why. Go ahead. That's why.
Does stress get more? You know, if a person, if Brandon is 43 years old and working 16 hours a day, I don't want to say guaranteed, but I say Brandon go turn into a 4-minute man.
It could be a possibility. Yeah.
Right. Now, why I say 4 minute? I didn't say foreplay. I said 4 minute of pumping. All right. So I know Brandon may stretch it out, but it's gonna be 4 minutes of pumping.
And that goes back to what you said. You got to stay in shape. You got to keep your endurance up.
No, Brandon, I said you work 16 hours a day, Brandon, 6 days a week.
Okay.
You lifting them boxes up, bringing the boxes down, then coming down the conveyor belt. Then you get off work, eat your bean and weenies, go to your other job. You know what I'm saying? Your other job, what they don't know, they own your butt. You know, you got to hold yourself back from hitting the little guy. You know, so when you come home,
you don't even have time for anything.
That's what I said. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, and you put a 10-minute foreplay on there. It'd be the time of the lifetime.
Right, that's what I'm about to say. That's good. That's good. I'm doing all right.
Your feet be laid down.
but one of the things about getting older, like that kind of stuff changes, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you with the person and they understand what you got going on. Everybody's not going to understand it though. So if you working 16 hours and you don't have time for somebody and you're trying to date, they ain't going for that. They ain't going for that 4 minutes.
All right, how about this? You got married and you didn't have no sex in the last 4 years. But you want it, but it's always but you can't get it. It's always an excuse.
Right.
But the other person got time to play tennis, got time to go bike riding, and got time to go out with friends. Should you file the paperwork?
You might have to file the paperwork on that one.
Okay. All right. Well, you see how I put them scenarios on there?
Yes.
See, I said, damn, if a person got time to do this.
Right.
It's all activities. Do this.
But you can't do this activity.
But you can't do this. I said, something going on. All right, so that may be a reason. Oh, this is a good one. Not on the same page. Now, Brandon, what you mean by that? I don't understand that.
Well, in a relationship and a marriage, sometimes you're not on the same page. And if you're not on the same page, it's not going to work, because we'll just use these two for example. One of them may be on a TV show. She may be doing a reel. She may be traveling over here in California, doing whatever she does. Jeezy, he may have some properties that he's managing. He needs to be in Atlanta. They're on two different pages. They've got a baby. Who's taking care of the baby? I want you to take care of the baby and stay at home. No, but Jeezy, I want you to take care of the baby, stay at home. I want you to quit your job.
Now
Jeezy, you ain't putting out no albums. I want you. The Snowman, that shit is over with.
He don't do no. He about buildings. He don't do no albums. And ain't nobody taking care of no
another
baby.
Jeezy. Well, he did put an album out recently. He keeps saying he's retired, but he still got some out. He's still making songs. He's not doing what you said Webby doing. Webby said he stopped. Jeezy ain't stopped. But I think they're not on the same page. And in a relationship, you have to be on the same page. Go ahead.
Now, here's the thing. Brandon never disciplined his child physically, correct?
Yes, correct.
Now, if I believe in discipline physically, would that create some friction between a relationship?
Yeah, it could, for sure. But those are some of the things you gotta discuss before you get married with somebody, because you don't want to have to jump into it and then y'all trying to find different things that you do have in common, because you have so many things you don't are not on the same page with. Anyone who gets a divorce in less than 5 years means their sex is whack.
Man, I don't want to even comment on that, because he posed a real question. I don't know. I don't know. Like we said in this, the first three topics, it could be cheating, it could be not on the same page, it could be sex.
But you know what? I think, like, when you first get with somebody, the sex is amazing sometimes, and then, like I say, when you get married and you start having kids and the dynamic changes, like, it's gonna be different. Like, you can still get back up here, but it's so much other stuff going on sometimes. It's not gonna be like y'all just single or y'all were just dating and y'all just hooked up, and that comes with getting older. That comes with having children, you know, trying to find time to be intimate and stuff like that, putting kids to bed and all. I mean, a lot comes into play. You know, like I say, they traveling, they doing all this stuff. That stuff, you tired, you old, you know.
And their interactions, maybe
for sure.
Maybe she's a female dog.
Yeah, you never know. And I was gonna try to find this clip too, because you know she's on the reel. She likes to talk about her relationship. She said she was giving Jeezy head, and she said she farted twice. She
what?
She farted. She passed gas.
That happened before they.
And she
I don't know about in that action,
but she was saying, she was like, "Are you okay? Are you turned off about it?" He was like, "Nah, it's fine. Just keep going." That's what he said. He said,
okay, here's the thing now. Was she on what diet was she on? Was she on a Negro diet or a Philomene diet? Because I don't know how them egg rolls. If you eat them egg rolls, that sushi coming out. I don't know how that. But in general, guys don't stop.
Yeah, guys don't care.
If they smell a scent.
For sure.
Now, an odor is different.
Correct.
But a scent. That's giving over. Why should I say that in public? Anyway.
I don't know. And that's what my point is. Like, Jeezy may want to carry himself and his relationship a certain way, but she want to get on there with her little girls and just be doing all this. So that might have been a turn off to Jeezy. And like I say, we're not gossiping, but what we're doing is pointing out certain things that women do and certain things that guys don't like. And if you don't tell people what you don't like, they'll never know. So he might have pulled her to the side and told her, I don't like to have my business all out there like that. And she like, well, I do the show where they want to know what my love life is, and I like to be open and be like, okay, well, we're not really on the same page.
You know, you're right. We ain't gossip. I was about to bring this up, but I'll bring it up anyway. This is not gossip, but so I'm not gonna give an opinion. Mm. No, I'm just gonna state something. Mm. When just before they got married,
I gotta take this off. You see what he's saying? Allegedly.
Man, we ain't gonna read. Let me talk like that. I talk in code. Just before they got married, she was on the View. There was wasn't that with the View? No, Real Talk.
The Real.
Mm-hmm. During when COVID first happened, she came up there saying Asian people are the most attacked people in America and the most hated. Mm. Now, in my opinion, I'm not talking about what happened to them.
Right.
I said, this ain't gonna work out, man.
Right, correct.
You know, I feel the pain. I hear what she said.
Right.
Asian people been up here since the 1890s. All right. They got paid from pulling the railroads in. They were oppressed because they couldn't open up businesses. They only had the opportunity to open up dry cleaners. And Brent, I'm speaking pure facts.
Go ahead. I'm laughing. I'm just laughing. You're right, though. You are right.
Dry cleaners and tailors on the West Coast. So they've been oppressed.
Right.
And during World War II, not all Asians, but the people who had Japanese descent was sent into hotels.
Okay.
for a year or so.
Mm. Did they have to pay for these hotels?
No, Brandon, it was camps, Brandon.
Yeah,
they had to lock them out. Yeah, it was camps. So they were sitting there. Now, they didn't beat them. They didn't work them. They just had to sit there because they didn't know who was who. When Pearl Harbor happened, they didn't know who was who. Everybody's the enemy. We got the wonderful people. We got the beautiful people. But the charismatic people, we don't know who they is. So we lock them up.
Right.
So she's saying doing that, only be allowed to open up dry cleaners and being in hotels. Mm-hmm. They are the worst treated demographic in America. I knew they ain't gonna work out what she said.
Right. And how do you think Jeezy feel about that comment? Do you think she right? That is technically his wife still, but at the time, you know, I guess she said that when they were dating because during COVID they were probably dating. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they got married.
You think they had a conversation because Jeezy is black and black people have been oppressed the most in America. We've been enslaved in America. We've been segregated, all kind of stuff, and we still being held back to a certain extent today. So how could the two compare?
As a black man that's smart, I think Jeezy had to overlook that comment. Mm-hmm. Because if you bring everything up, it'll be a whole lot of fighting.
Right, right.
So something in America, I don't know if it's true or not, Brandon.
I'll tell you if you sound like you're on point, but go ahead.
You got to overlook some things?
You sure do. You got to wait. You have to chuck it. You got to write it down and fold it up in your pocket and put it away.
No, Brandon talking about that bitch shit. He talking about right now.
No.
And what? Bring it back up? You can't bring it back up, Brandon.
Yes, you can, especially when it'll come up later. Because you got in a relationship, you have to pick your battles, and you have to figure out a way to do it constructively and have these conversations where it's not an argument. Like me and my wife, we try not to argue if we have a differences of agreement or a difference of views on something. But like, you have to come to some kind of balance or some kind of middle ground, because we're not going to agree on everything. My wife was telling me today, I leave the lights on too much. I have all the lights on downstairs. Is that a smart?
We'll be fighting.
Right. So is she right? What if I want all the lights on? But is that the smartest thing to do? No, I don't have to have all the lights on, right?
You just don't know you got the lights on. That's all that is, right?
Right, correct. I do like having the area bright. But there are other ways around that. But go ahead.
So the answer to Brandon's problem, I wish we was live. Brandon need to get
what you mean we're
motion lights in his house.
Well,
so
I moved, I did have that. I had the cameras, so every time you go by the cameras, it'll turn on the lights in the area that you're on. And when you leave, they'll go off. I just don't have it set up the same way anymore.
Yeah, I'm saying like you need to set it up so you keep.
Well, I just got back. I probably been back 2 months, and like I say, getting back to everything. I have all the smart lights. I just don't have that part set up anymore. But yeah, that is a more efficient way to do it, because like I said, I do like having all the lights on, but I just got to get that system set back up again.
Just to let you guys know, I agree with Brandon's wife most of the time.
And like I say, it's okay to be wrong, and that's a part of it. But could I battle back and be like, no, I ain't turning no damn lights off, right? I could have that standpoint too.
Why you have that standpoint?
Because that's what people do. Because I want the lights on, so they're gonna be on, right? Whether it makes sense or not.
Do you want the light? Okay.
But is that not what certain people do with certain situations? What if I want to watch the football game downstairs and she want to watch something else?
You're right.
Sometimes, like I said, you have to pick your battles, and sometimes you have to compromise, and sometimes you ain't gonna always watch what you want to watch on TV. That's just how it is. And sometimes you're gonna be watching stuff so much that you start to actually like the other programs. Like I didn't necessarily want to watch Snapped or some of the other murder shows, but now I'm getting so accustomed to watching it, I enjoy watching it.
You're right, Brandon. You do have to compromise. If a person likes something and it may not make sense to you, if you love the person, continue to do it. For example, is a hallway light upstairs that when she leaves, she wants the hallway light on, because when she gets in, if it's on, she can't have nobody like to jump on her or something.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
But I'm in the house. I'm damn near a killer.
But what if you're a second too slow, Mr. Killer?
Take it second too slow for okay. You got 3 hours to get me in the day.
I see what you're saying.
I could be in a deep sleep for 3 hours. I may not hear anything. So if it's within those 3 hours, it could be 7 a.m. to 10. You don't know what hours. But I'm usually can hear stuff. At least once a month I grab the pistol, like, what was that? And I'm listening. I put my ears, you see,
right.
People got to use your senses. I put my ears on you. Be quiet. What's that?
Right.
Looking for the creeps. and what people know, if I say, Nicole, that's you.
Right. That's what I say.
No, if you don't say nothing, I'm busting. All right. So she's like, you let me know where you at. I said, nah. I said, well, you don't know what the angle I got. Because I could be in a certain spot when I'm holding it, I'll shoot through all the floor. So I yell, that's what the police say. Police, come out with your head. They let you know, but
Right.
you don't know the angles. But
Sometimes
if you
they
look,
let you know.
but if you look, you won't see the police
Yeah.
because they be on the sides somewhere.
Right.
Like I always say, I know the place I live at better than a robber.
Correct.
You know, so I know right here is the kitchen, right there is the sunroom, right here is the living room. You see what I'm saying? You see why important? That's I can light all them areas up where I'm at.
I got you.
When I say yell out your name, you better answer. Or that because you know them things is one in the hold already. So if you want to go, we can go.
So you may be a trained killer on the low.
A what?
A trained killer on the low.
Well, I ain't no train. No, I'm a defender.
Okay, a defender.
That's it.
I
Use the word
like
defender. All right, money. Now, Brandon, how can money break up a relationship?
Not having enough. You having a set amount and somebody else having a set amount, but
can you remove that comment? I don't know how to remove it. All right.
Somebody having a set amount and you having a set amount, but they want to spend all your money or they don't want you to have access to their money. Like money is a big thing, right? People are a little funny about money. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. We're going to rush it because I got another topic we want to talk about. I want to keep you too late.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. I think they say money is the cause of most divorces. It's always money. When you look at Kendra G, all the women say 6 figures. When you talk to different women, most of the women say provider. And when you say provider, especially black women, when they say provider, they only talk about money. Right. So guys, if you don't got no money,
don't get married.
No. What?
Kinda.
Okay. Well, if you don't if you don't have no potential money, don't get married. Because these days the girls is checking for money. Just like the famous rapper, the legend, Cardi B says, what she say, guys with no money don't serve no kitty. You know, so you gotta have, and I believe in that. Women should, Brandon, your daughter, when she get to age, should not be in a relationship with a guy who don't got zero money.
Okay, I agree with that. I was wondering where you was gonna go, but go ahead.
And zero opportunity to get some legal money.
Right. Correct. I think if you have a steady job, just say you got a steady career, but you're not making 6 figures, you have enough to take care of your bills, and you saving a little bit. Is that a good partner to have? Are you marriage quality?
I thought about this. If your man ain't making between $17 and $18 an hour, he don't deserve to have kids or have a baby.
Living where though?
Anywhere in the United States of America.
Why? Because
I
know why. Because you can't
afford
it. You can't afford it. But people still do it. What percentage? Because you do like percentages. What percentage of Americans, men, are making that? We'll just say our community. Let's say beautiful people for right now. What percentage of beautiful people are making over $17 an hour?
Man? Mm-hmm. The majority of them.
But do you think that majority are the ones having kids?
No.
Right.
Great to tell you, guys. Let's say if the average black man go make $46,000,
right?
But in the heads of the average black woman, they want a guy that make $53 an hour, $100,000,
right?
So if you don't have that 6-pack or the swag, 6-pack swag or 6 figures, they may not check for you, man. They may not.
Is that fair? Is that fair? I guess you can want what you want.
It is.
We ain't gonna get too deep. Yeah, it is what it is.
But money
is very important.
Is not important. Brandon said a guy may divorce a woman because they want a new partner. What you mean about a new partner? What they owe? Why they want a new partner? What's wrong?
Well, sometimes men, I guess, they've been dating or they've been married for 10, 15 years. Now they're in, well, let's say 45, they're heading to 50. They may want somebody in their 20s. Again, they may be in a midlife crisis and feel like they're not happy with their partner and they want to upgrade or they want a newer model. Let's just say that.
I'm not married, but I think Brandon, how you explained this, is making some shit up.
So you don't think this happens? You don't think married men in their 40s? I'm not saying it happens a lot. I'm just saying. Do you think young girls are
Let me rewind it.
Okay, go ahead.
Are they having enough sex? Yes or no?
No.
So that's not a new partner. That's not having enough sex.
Or they're not having what they want.
What you mean? Hold on. Not on the same page. Well, she got, Brandon. That's why I don't like your last thing. Well, she got. You got to be bigger than that.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're not happy with the person and you want somebody different, like all these kind of things can lead up to wanting a new partner or a younger partner. Don't you see a lot of older men with younger girls?
Yeah, because they wasn't on the same page and they wasn't getting enough sex.
So what you're saying is
hold on. Let me stop.
Okay,
let me stop. Because if you have a lot of money, you may want something young and fresh.
Right. Yeah, and that's your prerogative, right?
But usually you ain't gonna leave your wife for something young and fresh. You have your wife and you had the side piece.
Yeah, but you were saying some of the reasons why they may get a divorce, and depending on how you're if you got a prenup or not, you may just want to just go ahead and dump her off, and you want to start your new life with your side chick because she like, I just think we should just be getting married because I'm just tired of playing the side chick role, right? And I'm not going to be dealing with you anymore if you're not going to take us to the next level.
What Brandon said, most people do not sign up for Donald Trump style marriages. Donald Trump has a 10-year or 20-year clause in his marriage. So he usually, by law, he has to be married to a person 10 to 20, I think 10 years before they get anything. Okay. So most people don't sign up to be dumping them off like that. But guys, if you want to read about the contradictions in the Bible that we talked about the first message, read Matthew's 19th chapter, verse 8 to 9. I ain't gonna put it up there, so I want you to do a little work. Hey, Brandon, put Mr. Taylor's thing on there.
What Taylor? What do you mean?
He said had joint accounts.
Oh.
I'm about to do one more presentation, then we could call it quit. I think y'all guys would like it.
Yeah. So if they had a joint bank account,
let me take. I'll be back in about 10 seconds.
Okay. I'll take
you keep reading. Hold on, keep talking.
Okay. I'm about to remove you. It said if you had a joint account, she spent up Jeezy money and kept her money hidden in another account. Yeah, I agree. And like I said, I just don't know whether Jeezy and her were a good fit. Like he might have liked her, but I'm just going to refer to one of the songs Jeezy had. It's called Super Freak. I'm going to just read some of the lyrics. Last night it was Kush and Ciroc. I was super geek. Cash flowing, money flowing. Yeah, that's a super week. Does that sound like somebody that I just don't see Jeannie Mae, or whatever we want to call her, and Jeezy dealing with each other like that. He said he want a super freak. Louis, when you see Jeannie Mae, do you see Jeannie Mae as a super freak?
Black women.
You said what?
Do you see? Because Jeezy had a song called Super Freak.
I was listening to it last week. Man, Plies were hard on that track.
He did. But like I say, when I think about what Jeezy was envisioning, and some of the songs he has, it seemed like he wanted a black woman. That's all I'm gonna say. And then when we found out he was gonna marry Jeannie Mae, I don't know. We just had a little difference.
A lot of women,
Brent-
especially black
Brandon,
women,
that stuff,
and I,
that stuff is just raps, man. Hold on.
Is
I
it
sit
raps?
here- Yeah, it's raps.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Now, Brandon, you want to get started on this, Mr. Tyler Perry?
Yes, go ahead.
Tell me, can you hear it? Can you
might
hear
get
this?
in trouble for saying
Mhm.
this.
Okay.
You heard that?
Yeah.
All right. Guys, when you support our channel, I pay $6 a month for this lady to come up right here. All right, this is technology. This is AI. The thing on it says 50-50 is a joke. Hold on, let me put the ears out. I heard somebody about to take the dogs out. Somebody started screaming. You know I'm coming with the bah! But, all right, let's listen to her.
A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will, he began. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money, for the most part, than black men. Perry continued, if you can find love, if that man works at whatever job and is a good man, and is good to you, and honors the house, and honors his wife, and does what he can, because his gift might not be your gift, that is okay. That's not somebody that's beneath you. That's somebody who came to love you at your worth. The Medea actor continued, as long as he's secure in himself to know that yeah, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm gonna cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, that is fine.
Now, Brandon, did you put Mr. Taylor's line up there? Because he put. Now, did you speak about this?
Yeah.
Now,
I started to, but
I'm gonna pay my opinion.
Okay.
Women and man, Brandon would do this. He just don't know he's gonna do it yet.
I'm listening.
He's gonna tell his daughter to make sure you always have some money hid off to the side in case that Negro get crazy.
Correct.
All right, so we already know she probably has some money to the side. Geez, I don't want to gossip, but I got a feeling who
But it's
Jeezy
not.
is.
But it's not gossip when you're informing people. I think sometimes if we think it's gossip, and you can do a gossip thing and talk about his business, but we're keeping it informative. We're giving examples of how you should move and showing where he might have not made a mistake, but there's some things to think about and look for.
I got a feeling, I don't know Jeezy, but I got a feeling he had done this. He would probably pay for everything in the household, pay for what his wife needs and what his daughters needs.
Right.
The money she was making, she probably, because he don't seem like no pimp nigga. He probably said, hey, keep all that to yourself.
Right, for sure.
So she probably had something to the side, and hopefully the prenup they had is, I respectful, I believe in man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Anything Jeezy had before they got married is his. Anything Miss Jenny Chachon had before they got married was hers.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But anything after, they get split. I believe in that. So hopefully he had a prenup that's like that. And they
do have a child too. So
okay, yes, they do have a child. And he filed for dual custody of the child. So
yeah.
Hopefully everything will go smoothly.
Okay.
But women all gonna keep money to the side, and they should too. They should be, because a person may go crazy. All right, back to Mr. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry got in some hot water where he said,
did he?
Yes.
So people have a problem with what he said. Because my wife just played me this earlier today. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good thing. And I'm glad somebody with billions said it, because it's something that we need to hear. It's not a broke Negro saying it. It's somebody that's got money.
Brandon, can I assume about you and your wife? I don't know this for a fact.
Go ahead.
Do your wife make more money than you,
she
Brandon?
Does. And that's what I was getting ready to say. It was a point where I was making more money, but now she makes more than me now.
All right. But watch this, people. Brandon would do anything and over above for his family.
Mhm.
That includes cooking, cleaning, working, taking care, doing everything to make sure his family is going in the right direction.
Correct. And before, like when she played it, I meant to ask her, and I probably asked her how she feels about it because we were watching the show. But should she leave me because she makes more money than me?
No, she ain't gonna leave you. She was raised with a mom and a father,
Mm-hmm.
and she seems like she had a good relationship with a mom and a father.
Mm-hmm.
So she sees value in a man. And me looking on the outside, I just showed the value what Brandon brings to his family. And also, what you didn't know, at one point, Brand was sleeping in the back of a truck getting money.
Correct.
Yeah,
In a sleeping bag.
Sharing a bed with another man.
I know.
People don't need. Brandon, let me say it because they don't know how life is. One guy is on the wheel, the other guy is asleep, and they switch. Right. So you're on the road getting money, working that 18-wheeler.
Correct.
22 hours a day.
Correct.
It's really 24, but
right. And sometimes it'd be, depending on a trip longer than that. But yeah, that's what I was doing and making sacrifices for my family. And I think sometimes people forget about that. Like people want money so bad because you don't have it. You'll throw everything out the window chasing the home run or the grand slam when you're not gonna get somebody honestly with making six figures. Like that's a rare thing. We talked about how rare that is.
And I remember, now this is my point of view, rolling up to Brandon's apartment in the hood. Brandon's daughter was a hand baby.
Okay. His
wife was excited and proud. Brandon was out there working, making money, doing this. Y'all just had a new baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Making money. She was proud. Yeah.
In a dangerous neighborhood.
I made sure my door was locked. And I had my concealed carry at the top. But she, being a good woman she was proud. Brandon was working. Brandon made me proud too. Working, doing what he got to do, bringing in the money for a wife. And I'm going to say it again, a hand baby. People may not know what a hand baby is.
That's an older term for sure.
Yeah, and a hand baby. But y'all didn't stay there forever.
No.
And you see what happens when people work together for the same movement. Y'all get different. Brandon, are you a homeowner?
Yeah.
Damn, Brandon, you just represent 40% of Black Americans. Brandon, are you married?
Yeah.
Brandon, you just represent 30% of Black Americans. Wow. Brandon, you got 2 cars?
Yeah.
You just represent 10% of Black Americans because we don't got no cars. But there you go. So what Tyler Perry said went over the heads of a lot of Black.
How and why? How?
They don't read the Bible. Watch our clip. Black women need to read the Bible. They don't read the Bible because Tyler Perry used words that could be directly linked to the Bible on how a husband's supposed to do.
But that's my thing. If we go to church, we listen to the pastor, read the Bible. How do we not know what's in the Bible? We know more what social media tells us now. It's like they kind of erasing the Bible scriptures from us. And like I said, myself, I haven't been to church. I don't read the Bible as much. And I've forgotten a lot of scripture from the Bible. And the Bible is basically life instructions. Anything you really going through in life, you can kind of turn to the Bible. And one thing that I love about my wife, she was like, you know what? I'm going to start reading the Bible 4 times a week. They say if you read the Bible 4 times a week, it'll just improve your life and it'll build the foundation of faith in you more, so you will worry less and you will stress less. Like, I think that's a good quality to have in a wife and a partner, somebody that you can kind of trust and know that they're putting their faith into something that God wrote and God is for us. You know what I'm saying?
It's good. A lot of people, man, the Bible's like soap operas, man.
Well, it is that true.
You got gang on gang violence. You got prostitutes. You got betrayal. You got double cross.
Mm-hmm.
And like Jesus say, ain't no worse than the triple cross.
Wait, who said that? Jesus said that? Yeah, I think he did. I remember.
Man, I'm talking about this back in 06.
Right.
No, this 08. This is 08 album.
I do remember. I remember somebody saying that. I didn't know it was Jesus saying that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But that mimics real life, though. That's what goes on in real life. So anything you kind of going through, there's scripture that you can find, not just one verse, there's multiple verses in the Bible that can help you understand whatever you're going through a lot better and how to move forward.
And I will give a tip. If you read the Common English version, you will be greatly entertained.
Why you say that? How they translate?
Could it translate into regular talk, kind of?
Okay.
You'll be greatly entertained. But guys, Tyler Perry said right here, he used the word honor, respect, honor, this and that, love, this and that. He used that a whole lot of times. And life is more than having money. They say there's no romance without finance. Mm-hmm. But honor and have godly love in a partner is nothing better than that. It's nothing better than that. And some black women said, I was listening to the radio here in Maryland, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., and a lot of black women, when they said, nah, the man got to pay more than a light bill. Mm-hmm. It got to be more than that. Then I said, let me find some examples of some poor man. Brandon, who's the first poor man on here?
Dr. Martin Luther King.
Was this man a decent man? Should women F with him?
Yeah, for sure.
No, but they can't because he didn't have no money.
All right.
How about Malcolm X? Did Malcolm X have money?
Mm-mm.
When he died, they had to get a fundraiser to bury him.
Right.
Hold on. When he died, they had to get a fundraiser to pay for his mortgage, to make sure his kids and family straight.
For sure, right.
How about Jesse Owens? You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
What did he do?
The runner. He was in the Olympics, won a couple gold medals.
He was broke.
Right.
he had to race horses to scratch up some money after he won the gold medal against Hitler.
Right, which is a big thing.
Should women avoid him?
No.
How about Storky Carmichael? I believe he was shot in his driveway. He was a organizer.
Activist,
Yeah. He didn't have no money. So pay people, women and guys, do not fall for this European culture. Money is not everything. A person, quality and characteristics and tributes is better than money. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So I've done a little research here. Since black women were so appalled on Tyler Perry comments, so I did a little research. I tried to figure out how much do bachelor degree black women make per week.
Right.
Now I got the sources for that Negro who said, "Where are your sources? Where are your sources?" I got them on the next page. If you want to look, you can look. All right. It took me 5 minutes to put it together.
Because I think that was the beginning conversation. They were saying that most black women are making more than black men. Is that what they were saying?
False.
But is that what they were saying? Whether you agree with what they with those statistics or not, but I guess that's what they were trying to say.
I have a whole presentation of that myth.
Mhm.
Brandon, you heard of James Brown, right?
Yeah, I've heard of James Brown.
He made a song called "It's a Man's World."
Mm-hmm.
You heard that song?
I have. Great song.
So if it's a man's world, how would a woman make more than a man?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I it's something that I don't agree with because it just doesn't make it wouldn't just women just don't make more. Like if they work in the same job, they're usually paid less. It's not right, but
No, okay. That is correct. If
that's
they
correct.
work in the same job, they usually pay yes. That's a fact. But also it's a fact women choose not to work the same jobs that men will work.
Mm.
When you go down to a construction site, do you see a lot of tampon bags?
No.
Okay,
No, you
that's
don't.
going to
But
kicked out.
our contract, I mean, construction workers make good money too, right?
They don't, but they make the person over them make good money, but they don't. But
well, you can make good money doing a lot of construction if that's what you're passionate about. You can make.
No, I'll put it like this: you will make $15 per hour after taxes.
Okay.
So you'll bring on $500 a week. To a lot of people, that's a lot of money.
You're right.
You know, I've been looking for side work. All my side work, it wasn't no $500 a week for using my labor.
All right.
Now, if I look for using my mind, it'd be different. But using my,
right.
you know, sometimes you just want to use labor. Just fuck it. I dump trash out.
Right.
$400 and fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's how real we is over here. Me. $100,000 man looking at janitor work.
Right, because it never hurts to have an extra stream of income, or just because you never know. Like I say, some stuff come up. You had an issue with the AC unit, right?
I spent $8,000 3 days ago.
All right,
cash. Spend $50 a day. Xbox controller went out. You know, yeah, and that's ridiculous. The $8,000 wasn't ridiculous, but $50 for Xbox controller to go out in 14 months,
right?
And the warranty only covers 12. I barely play it.
All right,
Brandon, let me get back to this.
Go ahead.
All right, a weekly earnings for a black woman with a degree is $995. The average rent is $425 just per week. Everything weekly.
Okay.
Food costs, I estimate for three people, $250 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that, Brandon?
Yeah, for sure.
You have 3 people. How much your food costs? You got 3
too
people.
Much for a week. Yeah, we try to budget like $300 for the week.
God damn.
Right.
Okay. You see, me as a single guy, $300. I said, dang, I eat lobsters and steak.
No.
Okay. And I put $250. Average car payment per week, I put $181. So after everything's said and done, black woman, educated, college degree, 2 kids, like you do have. Regular black man got 1 kid, but 2 kids, you have $139 a week left. Brandon, what's missing on these expenses?
Hair, nails, cell phone, like it's a bunch of stuff missing.
Electricity,
water bill, you're right.
Water bill,
right.
Yeah. Internet.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's when simps come in and they kind of keep afloat. Am I lying?
I don't like the word simps, Brandon, because
why
black man is using that against other black men. Quit
but
saying
I'm
the
not.
word
But
simp.
but you can't go about what they feel. We know what a simp is, or a trick, or a John, or however you want to say. I get what people are saying online, but they're using it wrong.
I tell this as a fully adult male that makes my own money, ain't nobody make it for me. I can spend my money like I want to spend my money. Mm-hmm. So you call me a trick, a simp, call me whatever. I guarantee you ain't saying it to my face.
So look, well, I'm not trying. We'll have this conversation at a different time. But if you paying somebody's, let's say, phone bill monthly,
and the
y'all
bitch is
just
taking the balls thing. The balls hitting on the chin.
And you're not even doing that because they're not even doing that. Y'all just friends. You trying to get there, but you just friends. That's what I'm talking about.
And so what? Are you making the money, Brandon?
But why I'm saying, why get offense? Why be bothered by it? Like you say, you can do whatever you want to do with your money.
Why you watching my pockets, JT?
I'm not watching your.
Why you watching my pockets, JT? I made my money.
Whatever happens, happens.
I ain't stealing.
What it is.
I ain't robbing. I go down there and punch that clock 45 hours a week. And you gonna tell me how I'm supposed to spend?
We're not trying to tell you how you're supposed to spend your money. You can do it however you want to do it.
Pocket watcher. If you're scared, with the old man say, "Jump in my back pocket," I take you there. Shit, you talking like you scared?
Okay, but let me ask you this: you can do whatever you want to do with your money, right? Correct. People can have, however, opinion about what you do with your money. It doesn't matter,
bitch. Worry about what's in your household. All right. Don't if my stuff ain't in I ain't talking to you, Brandon.
I know. But listen, go ahead.
Listen, worry about what's in your yard and what's in your household. But don't come inside my household trying to tell me what to do. I pay for everything up in here. You ain't belonging. What you done here?
But if we're trying to, because we're seasoned men, if we're trying to educate men or lead them the right way, we would tell them, if you want to pay for somebody's bills, that's fine. But make sure you're not getting played. Make sure you're getting what you want out of the transaction, because that's what it is. It's a transaction. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
And you say that one time, and then you shut your mouth. But these days, on the internet, simp. Right. That's all that. A lot of this simp. You say it one time. No, first of all, if you don't know the man, don't even say nothing.
But that's what people do. They don't care. But even with us, they'll say if we say hood rat, if we say something that black women doing, people are gonna attack us. If we say simp, if people talk about the passport bros, they think we're attacking their whole culture. That's the thing that they do. Are we pocket watching what they do with their money? They want to fly to Nicaragua.
I just said tricking. That's all that is. Okay, ain't no wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with it, but do it smart. You can do it smart, right? Like it's nothing wrong with it, but don't get taken advantage of and then be crying later.
Well, Brandon, as a black man, I'm gonna die before I reach 65. All right.
No, it's a possibility.
Not me.
But
not
no.
me.
Yeah,
God, that's not me. That's the other man.
Okay.
So let me enjoy my life.
Okay.
Because maybe.
But what if I want to help you? Okay.
With the smooth vagina hair. I don't want.
And that's the same reason I said that some men divorce and they try to look for something younger. Sometimes.
With the smooth vagina hair.
I thought you were talking about smooth down there. I think you're talking about smooth down there. But go ahead,
Brady. You know what I'm talking about. With the smooth vagina hair.
What you talking about? Something foreign? What's that?
Well, some vagina hair be prickly.
Okay, I'm done.
And some be smooth. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
so
okay.
They ain't flying overseas for the smooth one. Hey, this man of the metaverse, right?
Correct.
I ain't never heard nobody say that, but not every man, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I had to think about it a little bit, but yes. But
let me shut up.
But like if we talk about what they do, are we pocket watching them? No, we just telling them like, look, it's a movement that people doing this. I wouldn't do it like this because we see the outcome.
It just popped in me. I'm pocket watching these black women with these degrees. I just stated how much they made a week, how much they paying a week, and you don't got no money left over to be discounting people who go bring in $800 a month.
Right. And so what do they need? They need somebody who's gonna pay those extra bills that they got, because those bills ain't going nowhere.
You're right.
And your salary ain't going any higher usually. Like, and if it does, it's a fraction. You know, it's very small. So what do you do? You're gonna need multiple people paying these bills, because you're gonna get a less expensive car. You're gonna get a less expensive rent. Are you gonna be able to change any of those stuff? No. Are you gonna eat less food? Mm-mm.
I'm trying to say, a broke black man who treats you right, like Tyler Perry, honors you, loves you, godly loves you, and brings home $1,500 a month. Let's just say that's $400 a week. It would be better to deal with him than not deal with nobody and do this all by yourself.
Correct.
$400 a week, and you get security. You get he may not break your back out because you did with them other guys, but he's trying his best.
Right.
All right. And somebody like I always say, if the dogs run in your house, I ain't saying people, the dogs, he'll fight them dogs off, and you can't pay for that.
All right.
That's priceless. It's good to be with a guy who breaks something in.
I agree with that.
And for all the people up here, here's my sources. For that one guy who I commented, took my time out 20 minutes of my day 2 weeks ago. He didn't comment back.
Because why would he? Why?
Come I here to say the F you. All right, because you ain't shit. I said it like I said it.
I got you. But that was pretty good. That was a pretty good presentation. I appreciate that, Louis. I think you did a good show today.
Oh, it could be better. I did. I was acting. Actually, I said acting, but it's really not. It's just what you call it? Yeah, it's really not. Cause everything I said, I'll back it up.
Right.
Now, Brandon, what you got that Suki Hunter poster in the background?
Suki Hunter where?
Oh, that's Spider-Man. I thought he was doing Suki Hunter poster. Okay, no, but I thought that was Suki Hunter or something. Okay. But guys, in this presentation at the beginning, how long we been on here? About an hour or so?
2 hours.
I told you, black men do protect black women. They don't know.
Sure.
I don't know the names of these women. I know their location. The third house down for the gay guys.
Here we go.
The second house to Miss Pat.
Right.
I know where them women live. They beep at me, wave at me when I'm outside doing my maintenance.
Right.
You know, and say, hey, they walk the dogs a few times a day.
That's a part of holding your community down.
I know one of the husbands, he's a veteran. He liked the bills. Got a son.
Do you get paid for that? Do you get paid for doing what you do?
No,
you don't.
I don't get paid. Nah, but you black man.
Right.
You build a community, you protect the community. Those women out there ain't gonna be no pet bull with baby blue eyes causing no terrors around me because I'm ready to fight.
And if somebody, we know it's not gonna happen, but a group of guys wanted to sell drugs in your neighborhood.
Now, bro, bro, you know that ain't gonna happen now.
But I'm just saying, you're there to protect your neighborhood. Or you not? Are you down with the no snitching code? Well, I'm not trying. I ain't trying to. I'm just saying.
You bring it up.
I'm just saying. Men do protect their neighborhood, especially black men. So, black men.
Yeah, you can bring it up. Ain't no person selling drugs. Watch this. Last person I got that sell. Last drug dealer I had lived near me was 2017. I didn't say nothing because I was new to the area, and I was just in a working class apartment trying to make it.
Right.
But thank God the drug dealer mom couldn't pay her rent, got kicked out, and they moved. But they didn't sell drugs like in front of my stoop. They was 80 yards away. Okay. But here's the thing: people roll up in there.
Yeah, it brings a lot of unnecessary people through there. Unnecessary.
With the 2007 745 eating McDonald's and breaking down rims on it.
Did they have rims?
No, it's stock.
It was stock rims.
with the and the tailpipe, they're black around the tailpipes because people don't take care of BMWs. They was taking the blunt, breaking it down, throwing that the tobacco out on the floor. Then they roll up the weed right there. Then it happened too long. See, I didn't know the jits. Before you make action, you gotta know where you at.
Right.
I can't move in like I'm about to fuck these niggas up. I think I did say something one time because up here they had like an AC or electrical unit like right in front of your window. I mean, some like light skinned guy with skinny jeans was just sitting on. I'm on my TV, watch this same TV right here, watching TV. Light skinned guy sitting on top of the AC unit right outside the window. That nigga had to go. So, yeah, because it's a myth. Black guys like to hang. Black guys quit hanging out outside, nigga. Quit. Do something outside. Do something outside. Quit hanging out.
Stop loitering. Is that what they call it? Loitering. Just shooting the breeze.
Yeah,
like it's always something you could be doing. Do something. Be productive. Do something constructive.
I got a video on my Facebook before we go. A guy was videotaping a set of Latino guys hanging out. A set of Latino guys.
Yeah, you sent me that.
And black guys. Latino guys, they change their tires. They hustling. That you talk about selling dime bags. Dime bags is equivalent to selling used tires. They hustling. They gonna get some money because Shaniqua and Kiki, they coming up in there to get some used tires. All right, the tires that last 5,000, 6,000 back. Hey, Brandon, if you only work down the street, a tire that lasts 6,000 miles, that may be 3 years.
That is true.
So they go in there and get the tires, and the man panned out, looked across the street, black guys under the tree with his shirts off, showing ain't doing nothing.
Right. That's common though, in certain cities for sure.
So,
but all right, Lord. Like I said, that was a pretty good show. You guys make sure you check out some of our other videos as well as that viral video that we got. I want to read some of the comments on one of the live streams that we do. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, check out some of our shorts. But like I said, we're getting closer to being monetized. I'm pretty sure you watch those numbers. You want to say anything else?
Like it, share it out, check out our other videos. We got good stuff we're talking about.
All right. Happy Sunday, y'all. Take care.